Good afternoon again, Mark 2E1CQ. This is another video for HamsOverIP VoIP service where you dial all star nodes, conference rooms and audio streams. Basically what this video is about now is join our Discord chat server. The reason why you do that is we actually basically offer, once somebody is actually joined a radio ham, created an extension request ticket. We do that after it's been verified, because we obviously like to make checks to make sure the person's a radio ham. Once we send him the credentials, we don't say goodbye, we don't leave it there. He may have problems configuring his phone. We have some details and configuration information on our wiki, but the majority of the time that person may send another ticket in on a help desk, access problem, report a problem ticket, or may even come on Discord and request assistance in our support channel. Not everyone does this, and we had a recent change of service for our subscribers in the States that caused a little bit of a headache for a few people. But if you didn't actually know that and come into your Radio Shack after work or after you come back from holiday or whatever and see your line red, then you're going to start worrying, well, why have I been cut off? Because you haven't been cut off. We don't cut people off. We make changes and put announcements out, and that's one of the reasons why I believe that everybody should join our Discord chat and support server. Now, on modern phones and with the internet and programs like this, you don't necessarily have to have the announcements turned on. So your phone is not necessarily going to ping every 5 minutes when somebody actually posts something on our Discord server. But I would actually say that pop in every so often, once a week, twice a week, whatever you actually need, just to read messages, just to see if there's any announcements. There may be an update on your particular type of phone, so you can obviously configure it. You may have obviously put in a request to add a particular phone you have and you've got it working, to put it on our wiki. You can obviously read that documentation to see if it's obviously correct, and obviously you can participate in normal discussions about obviously the VoIP service and general amateur radio stuff. We have many channels, and I would actually show you. Come out of that, and this is Discord. When you join, if you no doubt you've probably got other Discord servers, please change your profile name to your call sign, name and extension. You don't have to show the extension if you haven't got one, or you can actually show your DMR ID. It doesn't necessarily matter, because our service, you can dial people on their DMR ID as well as their extension. Well, we've got many channels down through here, apart from what's actually seen at the moment, which is the earthquake channel. Just announcements out there, just something to play with. Off topic. When you don't have the announcements turned on the program yourself, because you don't really want your phone to ping or see pop-up messages on your mobile phone, when you do log in and any messages that you haven't seen or read, it will be highlighted in bold black lettering, and once that information has been read, it goes back to its normal pale grey area. And at the moment is only something in off topic, and we have our own admin channel, new members and everything else. We also have, if I can see it, a support channel. Obviously you can click on there and request help. It may be something configuring a phone. Somebody had one yesterday over in the UK that wasn't quite right. You've got to ask the right question, so you obviously go down the list or what obviously could be wrong. And basically what it was, he required a shorter password. His original password was nothing wrong, but he obviously had a slightly different phone. So when you do obviously buy other phones, like a Polycom for an example, and he came away from a Cisco, you're going to need a different password. So he was trying to get it working, and it's all working just because obviously changed the password. That's all it takes. But that is a support that we do actually offer. And when you do go on to the Discord and request support, please be online or have the announcement turned on, so when somebody does come back to you, because we're all volunteers on here, you can have a one-to-one discussion with an admin guy that can hopefully resolve your issue. And if necessary, if you can't obviously go on Discord straight away, and you're out work for a couple of days, you're away for a couple of days, do put a ticket in on our help desk, report a problem, access issue, explain everything that is you think is actually gone wrong for you. And in fact, sometimes you can actually include your screenshots of your configuration, just to make sure that you haven't got a spelling mistake, or if you've included another character within some sort of setting. And also we have some optional, I say optional, we do have added features on here as well. For example, LDAP, which is an online phone book. You can have most of these VoIP telephones, apart from having an ordinary phone book, have an electronic phone book or online phone book called LDAP. We have some phones already set up with its configuration on our wiki. It's fully working on my phone, which is the Fanfil X210 version 2. It will work for Polycom and Cisco and other phones. So you can actually search for somebody directly with an online phone book on your phone. But however, if you want to do a search, you can also do a search. Now, to do it, we want an exclamation mark this, search, and my call sign. I like to do larger case, I don't know why. Call sign looks far better when it's larger case. And if you click enter, or post it, there we go with my extension numbers. Now, the reason why I've got those extension numbers is because the HamsOverIP ones are my admin numbers. Because we also have a bridge network with Amateur Wire and NZ-SIP New Zealand, it will also show our extension with them. Now, as an example, you can ring anyone from Amateur Wire by having a prefix 910 before the number, and NZ-SIP will be 640 before the number. But that's the sort of features we have. You can also look up somebody's ID, DMR ID, if you've forgotten somebody's extension number, but you remember the call sign. You can also look up somebody's DMR ID, and you can also ring them on the DMR ID as well as the extension. But that's the sort of features you've actually got. And also you've got the announcement channel telling you of the last emergency maintenance we had done on the US PBX. Come back out of that, go back to this. So that's the HamsOverIP Discord chat server for the latest announcements. You can look up you can actually, and I didn't do it this time because I don't want to make a longer video, you can also unblock your IP address on any of the channels. if you put an exclamation mark and the word ban, B-A-N, a pop-up window pops up, which is like a DM message. Click on that. Follow the prompts to our online tool. If you're in the US, use the US server. Asian Pacific, use the AP and Pacific server, and obviously the EU, use the EU server. Fill out the details, and you can see whether your IP address is blocked. Why would it be blocked? Well, if you're trying to configure a telephone and it's trying to register, it can see you, but not quite, because you haven't given it the right details. It may block your phone, and if it's blocked, doesn't matter what you actually try and do, it probably won't unblock it. So you've got to go through the server to unblock it. What I can also do on this video, on the description, I will include the unblocking tool, so you can actually save it on your desktop. You can save it on your mobile phone, on your home page, and you can use the tool anytime you like. If you've got other devices and other places that you may think it's blocked, you've got to go through a checklist, and I've done that on previous videos on problems. So that's unblocking IP address, LDAP extension search, DMR ID search, and obviously a support channel and more, many channels. So please join. I'll leave the link in the description. It probably will expire, not because it's an outdated link, it's because more than 100 people have actually joined. If that's the case and you can't copy a link or it don't work, let me know and I can always update the link. 73 guys, that's the HamsOverIP Discord chat server. Please join, and it's only for radio hams on our network. Cheers guys, 73s, all the best.